The world of espionage has always been a dangerous one, filled with deception, death, and double lives. But few stories have captured the deadly precision and haunting mystery of an assassin quite like the day of the Jackal. As the first season came to a close, audiences were left in stunned silence. The Jackal had escaped, the agency was fractured, and a new global threat was rising from the shadows. Now, before Season 2 arrives, it's time to step back and uncover every secret, every scar, and every betrayal that led us here. This is everything you need to know before Season 2, the story behind the mask, the mind behind the mission, and the truth behind the day of the Jackal. The enigma called the Jackal. He is known by many names, but no one truly knows who he is. The Jackal is not a man. He's a myth crafted out of precision and patience. He walks among us in plain sight, sometimes as a businessman, sometimes as a beggar, sometimes as a ghost. In the first season, we met him not as a hero or a villain, but as something in between, a professional who kills for hire yet follows a personal code sharper than his blade. No fingerprints. No real name. No family that can be traced. The Jackal's genius lies in his ability to be no one and everyone at once. Every disguise he wears tells a story, and every target he takes down builds a reputation whispered across governments. But beneath that silence hides something more, a secret wound that drives him. Season 1 hinted that he wasn't born a killer, he became one. Whether it was the aftermath of a betrayal, a political war, or personal tragedy, we only caught glimpses of what shaped him into the shadow that nations now fear. Season 2 promises to lift that veil, and what lies underneath could change everything. Beyond the mask, the Jackal's true nature. Unlike other assassins who kill for money or chaos, the Jackal operates with discipline. He studies his victims, memorizes their habits, predicts their fears. He knows how to enter and leave without a trace. It's artistry in motion, cold, methodical, and strangely poetic. Yet, even perfection has its cracks. Throughout the first season, moments of hesitation, flashes of guilt, and strange acts of mercy exposed a more complex soul. Behind those icy blue eyes and sharp calculations was a human being fighting something darker than his enemies, his conscience. Viewers saw how he avoided killing a child, how he walked away from an unnecessary death, how he paused to watch the sunrise after every mission as though searching for meaning in destruction. The Jackal story isn't about good versus evil, it's about survival, morality, and the price of being both predator and prey. The Hunters, Bianca Pullman and MI6. If the Jackal is the ghost, then Bianca Pullman is the storm that follows. Introduced as a brilliant MI6 operative, Bianca began as the agency's top intelligence officer, sharp-minded, brave, and unyielding. But her obsession with capturing the Jackal became personal. Every failed mission, every victim added fuel to her fire. She began breaking rules, crossing lines, and questioning whether she was still serving justice or vengeance. In Season 1, Bianca's journey mirrored the Jackal's own. Both hunted something they didn't fully understand. When she went rogue from MI6, audiences were split. Was she doing the right thing, or becoming exactly what she swore to destroy? Her moral struggle added depth to the story, transforming the day of the Jackal from a spy thriller into a psychological war between two mirrors, each reflecting what the other could become. Season 2 is expected to dig deeper into Bianca's past and her emotional collapse. With her career in ruins and her conscience divided, she's now both hunter and hunted. The question that will haunt her, will she catch the Jackal, or will she become him? The web of secrets and betrayals. Behind every gunshot in the day of the Jackal, there's a secret deal. Behind every identity, a lie. The series exposed not only the assassin's world but also the rot within the agencies chasing him. MI6, Interpol, and private contractors, none are clean. Files are altered, missions are sabotaged, and allies turn enemies without warning. Characters like Isabel Kirby and Osita Halcrow represented this inner decay. Their loyalty to the system was genuine, but the system itself was compromised. As the tension rose in Season 1, it became clear that someone within MI6 was leaking information, someone powerful enough to protect the Jackal or perhaps manipulate him for their own ends. By the final episode, trust was dead. Bianca's superior lied. The Jackal's employer vanished. and governments began quietly erasing records, hinting that the man everyone wanted to kill might also be the key to something larger. A global conspiracy? A political cover-up? Season 2's biggest mystery might not be who the Jackal is, but why he's still alive. Nuria Calthrop, the woman who saw behind the monster. Among all the chaos, one name echoed with quiet emotion: Nuria Calthrop. A woman who knew the Jackal before the world feared him. In her eyes, he wasn't a weapon, but a man burdened by choices. She represented the one thread of humanity that still held him together. But love in a world built on lies is dangerous. Nuria's presence brought balance and heartbreak. She saw the light in him when everyone else saw darkness. But by the season's end, that love became a weakness. Enemies found her, used her, and left scars that may never heal. Her final words to the Jackal, "One last job, then peace," became both a promise and a curse. Season May 2 explore whether peace is even possible for someone like him. Can a man who's lived his life in disguise ever be loved for who he really is? Or will every bond he forms become another weapon used against him? The final mission, what Season 1 left hanging. The ending of Season 1 was a masterstroke in suspense. The Jackal completed his mission, or so we thought. As the camera closed in on his cold stare, sirens wailed in the distance. A sniper's shot rang out, and then, silence. When the dust cleared, he was gone. Did he escape? Was it planned? Did someone help him vanish? No answers. Just one burned passport, one empty apartment, and one chilling message: the hunt isn't over. Meanwhile, Bianca stood in the ruins of her choices. Her badge was gone, her allies scattered, her reputation destroyed. Yet in her eyes there was a strange calm, like someone who had finally understood the truth. To catch a ghost, you must first become one. Season 2 now picks up from that exact silence. Rumors suggest the Jackal has resurfaced in Eastern Europe. Others claim he's working for someone bigger, a faceless organization manipulating global events. One thing is certain: everyone wants him, but no one can control him. The world behind the chase. What makes the day of the Jackal so mesmerizing isn't just its action, it's the world it builds. From the cold streets of Berlin to the neon chaos of Lagos, every location feels alive, full of political danger and moral complexity. Governments, mercenaries, journalists, and civilians all collide in a network of hidden wars where truth is the first casualty. Season 2 promises to expand this world even more. The writers teased a larger chessboard, suggesting that the Jackal's next contract might involve not just assassinations but the collapse of global systems. Technology, media manipulation, surveillance. The new battlefield isn't just on the ground, it's everywhere. For fans of spy thrillers, this isn't just entertainment. It's a reflection of our own world, where secrets travel faster than bullets and trust can kill you faster than betrayal. The Jackal's psychology, inside the mind of a killer. One of the show's strongest points is how it dives into the psychology of its central character. The Jackal isn't portrayed as a monster but as a man built by trauma, precision, and purpose. His calmness in chaos, his patience under fire, his strange obsession with control, all come from something buried deep in his past. Some say he was once a soldier betrayed by his own government. Others say he lost everything to corruption and chose to become the system's nightmare. Season 2 might finally reveal what created the Jackal, and whether he still believes in redemption. The brilliance of this character lies in how the audience is torn between fear and sympathy. We watch him kill, yet we understand him. We condemn his actions, yet we admire his discipline. The show constantly asks, is he evil, or simply what the world made him? Themes that define the series. Beyond the thrilling action, The Day of the Jackal explores timeless human themes: identity, loyalty, and morality. Every disguise the Jackal wears represents a question: who are we when no one is watching? Every betrayal inside MI6 reminds us that loyalty has limits. Every bullet fired echoes a deeper message about justice, survival, and sacrifice. Season 1 showed us how truth can be buried under duty. Season 2 will test how far a man can go before he loses his soul. In this world, right and wrong don't exist, only choices, and their consequences. What to expect in Season 2? Season 2 is shaping up to be bigger, darker, and far more personal. Expect global stakes, yes, but also emotional ones. The Jackal will face the ghosts he left behind. Bianca will be forced to confront her own moral collapse. Nuria's fate will hang by a thread, and MI6's corruption will explode into the open. We'll likely see the Jackal take one final contract, one that pushes him to his breaking point. Maybe it's revenge. Maybe it's redemption. Maybe it's suicide disguised as duty. Whatever it is, it will change him forever. The show's creators have promised to explore the death of identity and the rebirth of the hunter. That means more flashbacks, more emotional depth, and a storyline that blurs the line between hero and villain until the viewer is forced to ask, who deserves to live? Why this story hooks every viewer. What makes The Day of the Jackal unmissable is its combination of intelligence and intensity. It's not just about shooting and chasing, it's about manipulation, deception, and survival. Every dialogue matters, every silence hides a secret. It's the kind of show that keeps you thinking long after the screen goes dark. The cinematography pulls you into every room, every heartbeat. The writing keeps you guessing. And the performances, especially of the Jackal and Bianca, deliver raw human emotion under impossible pressure. By the end of Season 1, the audience isn't just watching, they're inside the story. The moral question, can evil be redeemed? Perhaps the most haunting question of all is whether redemption is possible for someone like the Jackal. He has killed without mercy, lied without guilt, and lived without truth. Yet somewhere inside him, a flicker of humanity remains. The way he touches Nuria's hand. The way he hesitates before pulling the trigger. If Season 2 brings him face to face with his past, his real name, his first kill, his first betrayal, he might not survive it emotionally. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the final transformation of the Jackal isn't about escaping death, but facing what made him want to disappear in the first place. Conclusion: the hunt is never over. As the world waits for Season 2, one thing is clear: The Day of the Jackal is not just a story about an assassin. It's a mirror held up to human nature, the lengths we'll go to for survival, for love, for vengeance, for peace. It's about masks we wear and the truths we bury. The Jackal's journey is far from over. Whether he dies, vanishes, or finally finds redemption, his legend will continue. And as Bianca closes in once more, their fates are bound by one final truth: every hunter becomes the hunted. So, before you step into Season 2, remember this: in The Day of the Jackal, nothing is what it seems. Every shadow hides a secret. Every ally has a price. And the only thing more dangerous than catching the Jackal is understanding him.